the song Testing, it's kind of exciting because this was one of those songs that I feel like God impressed upon me to pull it out. I had worked on it earlier. This was one of the first songs, like a catalyst, that I was using this song to be it was the first song that I actually wrote a melody to a song, and I was kind of excited about it. But I put it aside because I had to learn all my music programs, and so it's been on hold for a long time. I've kind of had a melody line going, and I didn't really have the end of the song finished. And so when God told me, I felt this definite impression to work on this song, so I pulled it back out, and it was thrilling because I haven't even done the song yet. In this point in time, I'm sure it's going to happen. God wants me to write a song He walks with me and He talks with me, and so that's been my frame of mind lately. I want not only to walk and talk with Him, but I want other people to see that it's very evident that I have a relationship with God. It's not a words thing, it's a life thing. And so I pulled out the song and dusted it off, and lo and behold, I happened to be reading through the Bible this year in 6 months. I've done it before in a year, but this time I thought I'd push myself a little bit and try to read through the Bible in 6 months. So it just happened when I pulled out this song, I was on the book of Job. I was so excited, I read the whole book in one day, and so much of it expressed my feelings and my questions. Why, God? Why would you allow these things to happen in my life? And I was so anxious to get to the end. I've read it before, but I just wanted to be refreshed at the end of the book because I know it turns out well. And I was so surprised in how God really never did answer Job's questions. All he did was point to His own greatness and sovereignty, and that's basically what's happened in the tests in my life. I feel like God shifted my focus to Him, and when we think about the majesty and the glory of God, it makes our tests and the questions we have in our life pale. Who are we to question God? And in the book of Job, He says to Job, brace yourself. You want to know some answers? I've got some questions for you. And He never answers Job's questions. He just says, where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? And not only was that the perfect answer, but then I started writing the ending to my song because I didn't have it yet. I just had the sorrow and the heart-wrenching part that I had felt, and I wrote down. But the ending of the song, not only do we grow through our struggles and our tests, but the ending was to focus on God's majesty. And that day that I started penning the end, instead of just programming the melody that I had so far into my music program, God had me read. I was going through the book of Romans, and at the end of the book of Romans, Paul also encapsulated the same thought. And so I penned a lot of those words, and it was just, I'm thrilled at the way it kind of is gelling together. I can't wait till I finish it, but I hope it brings God pleasure. And that's it. I love Him, and I hope He feels pleasure as I've felt a connectedness with Him in writing.